We have one chance to solve this peacefully. And it's in 3 years' time. And it's at the ballot box. Beyond that, we're fucked.
A young British boy lies on a cold pavement. His face is slashed open. He's choking on his own blood. Then police arrive. They do not administer emergency first aid. What we do? We handcuffed him because an accusation of racism paralyzed their ability to act. This isn't an isolated tragedy. It's a terrifying reality of a broken two-tier state that prioritizes institutional optics over human life. Today we pull back the veil on the rich game that is destroying the United Kingdom from inside out. Let's watch the tape.
Just 3 days ago was my year out of prison. So I come out of jail 12 months ago this week. Look what's happened in that 12 months. When I sat and thought, wow, we had September 13th, we had May 16th. Two of the biggest events on the streets in British history ever. We've had the government against us again. Keir Starmer literally attacking us. I've gone through my legal hoops. I face court on the 26th of October this year. I face 10 years in prison. 10 years in prison, man. We now see what happens with politicised juries. We've just seen it with the Manchester attack against the police. The two men not getting charged. Insane. But lots has gone on in that 12 months, man. I toured America. I got to set foot in the land of the free, something I thought I'd never be able to do. So I'm blessed. I've had a blessed 12 months. I've had a positive 12 months. I've had a stressful 12 months. I've got to spend a lot of time. My son travelled America with me. I had a very positive time. So I've got lots on now. My calendar's just filling and filling and filling. So I'm getting ready to now return to work, to content, to meetings, to further our message, your message, our voice, your voice. I've got episode 6. I'm going through the files for it. It's insane. Wait until you see how dirty Labour are. Wait till you see how it plays out. Lots of work to do. So positive on that sense. I've seen lots of attacks this week. Now, Henry Noak, the young gentleman who was horrifically butchered and murdered, people are cutting videos of me saying, open your borders to Sikhs, open your borders to Hindus, open your border to Filipinos. What they're not putting is what I said before that. Now, what I said, if you read Replacement Migration Pact from the United Nations, because there's a 177-page document on what's happening to us. It's planned. We're being replaced, yeah, through mass immigration. Why are we being replaced? Well, the United Nations, the European Union, they say it's because of our declining birth rate.
So the state uses illegal warfare to lock up independent nationalists like this gentleman here, while importing millions of undocumented migrants. They claim low birth rates justify replacing the domestic workforce to sustain pensions, which is kinda makes sense, but the history shows that the easiest option is not always the right option. And I think it's an economical lie designated to camouflage the systematic erasure of the working class, which is happening for quite a while now in the United Kingdom. Anyway, let's watch another one.
I see the case in Southampton, outrageous. I see the killer. Do you know what the difference is in this case? Sikhs have been able to wear the kapar, is it, for 100 years. This is the first case where it's been brought into disrepute by some little scumbag. And that's what he is, that's what his family are, that's what his brothers are. They're a scumbag family from Southampton, there's a little clique of them. And they're aligned with the far left, actually. The gentleman running the racism accusation for this fucking scumbag family, yeah, is the gentleman who works alongside Hope Not Hate.
I mean, the accident one happened in Southampton 3, I think, years ago it was. So only now it came out to the public, which is, again, another shocking story as of why. But I mean, the killer's network immediately deployed a race card to defend and to muddy the waters. The individual coordinating the weaponized race narrative is directly tied to the state-backed group to Hope Not Hate. The establishment isn't seeking justice, they are running an orchestrated shield for violent elements. I mean, just let's watch another one, guys.
Think of all the rapes every week by members of the Islamic community. Not just that, those quoting the Quran whilst committing acts of terrorism and jihad every week. How many statements condemning them do you see from the Islamic community?
Integrated, hard-working minority groups are instantly smeared by the media over a single rogue actor's behavior. Meanwhile, radicalized factions commit systematic crimes and acts of jihad weekly without any institutional demand or collective accountability. And that's a fact. The data shows that. The system intentionally punishes peaceful communities while coddling the most dangerous elements. Why? Why is this happening?
It has to be put into perspective on what's just happened to fucking Henry. And why it's happened to Henry? Because of institutional racism against white people. That's what's happened. Because of fear. Because of this fucking common purpose ideology pumped into all of them. So that's my little thoughts as I just end my run anyway. We need to see the footage of what happened to Henry. The public needs to be able to see it. It needs to be released. I know if anyone has contact with his family, Henry's family, I know the verdict's on Monday. Not the verdict, the sentencing's on Monday. If anyone has contact with his family, obviously Elon Musk has offered to pay for a legal suit against the police officers who let him die. Because that's what they did, they let him die. They're responsible. And I've heard today from someone who was in the case, he had a scar. His face was opened up by a blade here, his face. Yeah? So when the police turned up, there's a young white boy laying there, telling them he's been stabbed, with his face opened up. But because of the accusation of someone that's brown, that said racism, they handcuffed the white boy. And he bled out and choked to death on his own blood. Those police officers need to be named, shamed. I could name them now, know who they are. But they need to be shamed. And prosecutions need to be brought against those police officers for what they did. They facilitated the murder, basically. And if it was any other race and it reversed the roles, it would be, the whole country would be on fire already.
Now you don't have to look a lot further, alright? Just simultaneously incident happened in Manchester where another minority group's representative attacked and broke a police officer's nose not that long ago. And what happened? He got away with it. So he has a point. Tommy has a point. Yeah, let's watch another one.
What's next? What's next for United Kingdom? What am I looking at? I'm looking at a national tour entering working class estates and communities over the next 3 years. Unite the kingdom to vote. It's the biggest obstacle we have, 50% non-votes. It's from our communities, working class backgrounds, in the toughest, most deprived areas and estates. And if we have to get into those estates and we have to help those people register to vote, i.e. set up pace tables, have teams of women, men, QR codes, boxes set up, ready to get them registered, we have one chance to solve this peacefully. And it's in 3 years' time. And it's at the ballot box. Beyond that, we're fucked.
Plain and simple. Beyond that, that's it. We're done. Look, whether you like Tommy or you don't like Tommy, it's another story. But just try to put all emotions aside and just try to think through the rational reasoning perspective and apply data into your decisions instead of confirmation bias. And data shows shocking statistics, completely shocking, right? And for somebody like me, it would be quite easy to go on, okay? But for local British, English, Welsh, Scottish, Irish, whatever, you guys in a deep shit. You need to do something about it. And if nothing been done, I'm not gonna say 3 years, I would probably extend it to like 7-8 years. But if nothing going to be done in the next decade, that's it. This is it. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Let's watch the play. What we do, we handcuffed the